This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. 6 up to the 27-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Wide, get wide. Back. Check 26, check 26. 26.
Elliott running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here we go, 46. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Come on, the ball. Mike 56. Mike 56. Nice, sweetheart.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Check the backer. Here we go, Kittle.
Prescott now from the 50. Dancing to his left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
He's coming. We got double up.
Prescott on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. David Njoku, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. Pilot, 64, weak. Get it ready.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Here we go, D.
Second and 11. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. McAllister. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Gordon, 84 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Let's go. First down at their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. These two teams all tied after 1. Started the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
Right there, 56. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Prescott. He's going to loft one deep into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Ready.
Check, 55, Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Throwing on first down. McAllister escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw. McAllister. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Check. Crunch. Hey, count. 47. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. 56 to one. Match ball. Right. Let's go, defense.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Over 154. Line in. There you go. 56.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. On first down, here's Love. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready.
Block 57. I'm coming.
Looking to throw on second down. McAllister eluding the pressure right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
We go. 8-3.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator. Blue draw quarter.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Check 50. Check 50.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready?
They'll come out in the pistol.
In your face.
On second down, Love. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off at his own 47. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Here we go.
23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Back to throw. McAllister. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 stop.
Second and 5. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Bravo.
Operating from the gun, McAllister. And he finds McLaurin. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First down and 12 to go.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
On first down, McAllister. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Second and goal at the 14-yard line.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Hey, Orbit. Get it.
Second and 14. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Paul Richardson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's Love again. They find some open field here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the carry, it's Love. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Under 10.
Here's Love. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. On 4th down, McAllister. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned him 6 points, so they've got to And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jalen Smith, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Looking to throw. McAllister caught on the right side. Reed. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 3rd down, McAllister slings this deep from McLaurin. And got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. McAllister flushed out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
At the 39-yard line.
Ready, set.
55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd down. It's Love. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
55 Mike. Check.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And the Washington Redskins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, echo. Go, snap.
On 1st and 10, McAllister steps away to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brings up 2nd down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Right here.
Looking to throw. McAllister. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, McAllister to Gordon out left. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Hopkins' kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now. They feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things in.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They go to Elliott again. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Being chased out left. And he slides to avoid the hit. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
52 is the mic right here over there, right? 52 is the mic. Get in the way, Will. Get in the way, anyway. Show it up. Take 4.
Hey, kill. 26.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 22. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Again, it's Elliott. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Going to run again here with Pollard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Now Elliott. Able to push his, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 9th touchdown of the season. As they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be... And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Box drop.
He's back to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We've got a plane to catch.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to. Hey. Hey, kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, what a spin. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.